In this video, I have the top plate all set up, and I'm going to turn this edge to a consistent diameter and a smoother surface finish. So I'm going to close the door like that, and I'm going to position the light. You can just sort of rest the light right on there to get the right amount of light that you need. Okay, so I have the book here, and it says to enter 560 RPM into the keypad to set the spindle RPM. So I am in manual mode, and this is the mode that you need to be in. So we'll press 560. And then it says to hold the trigger. So I'm holding the trigger and press the forward button. So this, now the spindle starts turning, and when I let go of the trigger, it stops. When I press it, it starts again. So notice the tool is not engaged in the part yet. And so the tool should never be touching the part when it's not turning. Okay. Okay, so now you press the button that says position or pause it on it. And use the arrow keys to select operator display. Up here. So up here it should say operator. So pause, operator. All right. Okay, so what we want to do here is engage the tool into the part. So I'll move the tool into the part while it's turning. And then we're going to set a 0 point here so that we know how far in the X direction we have gone in from the original point. So we will position this over here like that. I'm going to press the button. It starts spinning. And I can dial it in the X direction, which is X negative is in this direction. There's this nifty little piece of tape here that shows the directions. So that's X negative, that's X positive, this is Z negative, and then this direction is Z positive. Okay, so it looks like the tool is to the Z positive and X positive of the part, so I need to move it in the Z negative. So first I'll do that by selecting Z, and now you can see that this says Z, and I'm currently incrementing at 0.001 inches, or 1/1000. So I've moved it over. Now it's very important that you know where the chuck is, because you can very easily move this tool holder or the whole tool into the chuck, and that would be very, very detrimental. So we do not want to do that. Okay, now I need to move it in the X negative direction. So I'll click X. It doesn't matter if you choose X positive or X negative here. But the way that you turn the hand wheel is important. So I'm going to move it into the part. And I will know when I hit the part or start cutting with the tool because I'll hear a tick, 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 tick sound. And I may even see some material come off. So right there, I heard the tick, 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 and I see a stripe on the part as well where there's been a cut. So I'm gonna set this to my X origin. And to do that, I will press this button right here that says origin. And you'll see this go to 0. So now I know when I go into more X negative where the part is. Where the part used to be, the origin of the original part. So I'm actually going to change the direction to Z, and I'm going to move the tool to the Z positive, which is to the right. And now the tool is off of the part, and it says to take off 15 thou increments in the X direction. So I'm just going to move it slightly more positive to get it out of the way. And then I'm going to go to X minus 15. So I'll change this to negative X. And then I'm going to use the hand wheel to bring this to minus 0.015. So there we go. So I'm going to change to Z direction, and then I'm going to move in the Z negative direction. Okay, so another risk is hitting the tool with or hitting the fixture with the tool. Which would damage the fixture. So right when you hear it stop cutting, you can stop in the Z direction. And if you noticed, it took off material kind of inconsistently. You may have saw the chips fly off one at a time. And what we're looking for is a continuous chip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to negative 30 thou. So we'll switch to the X direction, and then we'll move this to negative 0.013. And now I'm going to move in the Z positive direction. So I will switch to the Z direction here, and then I'm going to move in the Z positive direction, which is to the right. The chips are still coming off one at a time, which means I do not have a consistent part. Okay, so I'm going to move this to minus, I'm going to take another 15 thou off, and this should move to negative 0.045. So I'll move to the X. I see the X there. I'll move that to negative 0.045. Then I'll move back to the Z direction, and I'm going to move it in the tool in the negative Z direction, which is to the left. So I'm off the part now with the tool, not hitting the fixture, of course. I did not get a consistent chip, so I will need to go another 15 thou. So it should bring me to negative 0.060. So I will go to the X direction, and I'll move this negative 15 thou. So that is negative 60 thousandths of an inch in total. And we'll see if we get a consistent chip across here now. I have to make sure that I press the Z direction and then move it to the left, which is Z, or to the right, which is Z positive. Okay, so that chip looked pretty consistent. At this point, I'm going to take a look at the part. So that is, here's the part now. There is a burr on this edge, so watch out. But that is looking very, very smooth. Right here. Okay, but is it smooth all the way around? Well, to move this, I can't quite move it at the moment. I have to press reset. And now I can move it. And I'm looking for any sort of inconsistencies, and I really do see a nice surface finish all the way across here. So this mirror finish is quite nice, and that's what this part should look like. So that concludes this video on turning the surface. In the next video, we will put a chamfer on this side.